My parents still don't want this, not because of you, because of what you are not.
I know this isn't easy, but I believe love is stronger than fear.
They think you can't understand where I come from, that our values are too different.
Then let them see what we both believe in. Christ brought us together.
If they still say no, would you still marry me?
Yes, 1,000 times, yes. I'm not going anywhere.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, you're welcome. And if you're a returning viewer, it's always nice to have you back. So if you've been watching my videos, you would have noticed that I am utilizing ChatGPT to write scripts for me, prompts, write stories, write scenes, and on and on and on and on. It basically does the heavy lifting for me. So again, this video, I'm going to be showing you a tutorial how I did the intro video, which I'm sure was really intriguing. So I did give ChatGPT a prompt to ask it to, write a script about a story about a mixed race couple in a restaurant, and they're having some heated exchange, a bit somber, but it's more about her family um, not consenting to the relationship. And so I told it, and it generated the images. Also, you can ask it to, generate the image based on the script it provides for you. So, and then I went on to ask it while uploading. So you just basically type, if you're new to ChatGPT, if you want more of how I do the prompts, please watch my previous videos. I can also, you see at the end of the video as an end screen, and you can look at my previous videos and get some cues. So I'm trying not to make the video too long. So here I basically gave it a script, and you can see it now. I gave it like I asked it uses images, which I attached. So you just type in your question or instruction, and then you attach, you click on this plus here, and then you attach the image. And I asked it uses images to create a script with scenes and shots of the two lovingly facing each other in a restaurant. The female is called Amara, that's a Nigerian name, and the male is Jack. I'm basically just disclosing some of my heritage. Amara tells Jack that her family is against them dating because she's dating outside her race and culture as a Nigerian. Go ahead and generate more cinematic scenes and relevant dialogues. The context is that they are both practicing Christians. So they're both, you know, practicing Christians. They're both religious, very passionate about their faith. They met in church. And however, even at that, their parents still can't cut across just push beyond the religious aspect of it, and still wants her to maintain her culture, her heritage. So it's a struggle between faith and culture, right? They met in church and wish to marry. It's always intriguing when people is always this intrigue about mixed race couples, especially from different cultures as well. People always find it very intriguing. So I'm like, okay, let's do something like this. You want to catch people's attention. So it went on and on like that, and then this is what it generated for me, right? It gave me the character name, the name, and the description, features. It gives you the tone, animation style. I actually changed this from a 3D cartoon and asked it to make it more semi-realistic or realistic. And then it just further asked it to give me the scripts overview. Scene 1, Jack and Amara in a private restaurant booth. Scene 2, flashback to how they met in church. So we can go on into scenes in like for further videos. 'Cause again, if you want to do long form videos or short form videos, you have to know what scene goes before. So it's like it flows, right? It segues into from one scene to scene 2. So you can say, okay, you put out a video like this, maybe on shorts, people watch that and they're just eagerly waiting for scene 2. So this is how you can actually do this, and also not break your bank, right? Because when you're generating videos, it consumes a lot of credits and you don't want to spend so much money. So make it a short form content.
Hi there! If you are watching up to this point, help this channel grow by hitting that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. Thank you.
So our next steps, it gives me visuals to generate an ad. Like I already did ask it to generate the parents for Jack and Mary's parents, which it did. I didn't like the 3D cartoon. I'm like, no, change it to something else. I will show you later. And then this is the image for the girl, for Amara. And it even gave me the title of the story. So it's in his hands. And then he provides a scene. For the scene one, it has different shots. The scene two have different shots. So shot one, here we're gonna do just, I'm going to show you how I copy this text to image prompt. For example, if you want to have all of this information in the background, you can do that. But I'm going to show you what I did to make it kind of really brief and fast. I don't want to have to, create the image and then you text to image and then image to video. So basically just took the couple in that setting. And then I'm going to show you where I'm going to go next. So here is shot two. So what I'm going to show you what I did for shot two. I'm just going to go straight to the video generator that I use in my previous videos. What I'm going to use again for this is called Kling AI. So I'm going to come over here. This is what I already generated right here. So you're going to come over again. I did show you, if you haven't watched, I'm going to show it somewhere on this screen or towards the end of the video, the different plans that you can subscribe to. But for this one, I just went with the minimum. You can choose whichever one you want, but again, it gives a certain amount of credits. And the more you generate videos, the more it consumes it. And then you can do 5-second videos or you can do 10-second videos. So it's up to you what type of video, but it doesn't exceed 10 seconds. So you always have to know that you're going to keep generating videos, and at the end of all the scenes or the shots for the scene one, you go to an editing software, whichever is your preference. It could be CapCut, it could be Clipchamp, whatever you use. I use Clipchamp, I use CapCut, depending on what the project is, okay? Because Clipchamp is free. So if you're not wanting to spend so much money creating all these videos, you just want to be able to be within a budget, you can use Clipchamp. And CapCut, you can use that as well, but then it gives you all of that watermark, which maybe you don't want to use. If you don't mind having it at the end of it, that's fine. There's also some restrictions in certain features on CapCut if that's the free version, pretty much. So okay, enough digressing. I'm going to go back to this. So I'm just going to show you how the interface works. So you're going to go to, if you want to text a video, this is the interface. So you put in whatever you want it to generate for you, from your text to the video, because I want consistent characters. If you want consistent characters, you can actually do that as well. You can ask it to reference the kind of image when you're writing the text. But for me, I just cut the whole process, and I just went to image to video. So here you click on, if you have a file, you can click on this file. But for me, I just went to history because I've already stored this. So you just click on history. It's going to give you a history of the projects you already have stored, and uploads, right? So these are my uploads. I just click on this image of them in the restaurant. You click on this, and then you tell it the prompt. So you're going to come down here and you're going to put in your prompt. You're going to tell it, whatever it is, write a prompt. Let's see here. I go straight to ChatGPT and tell it, listen, this is what I want. So you copy that image to video prompt. The woman gently lifts her eyes, and you just copy this. Copy, go straight to, and then you paste it here. And then for the wording, you might want to put, okay, she has to say something, right? So you go straight to here, you say that, you just copy this part of the conversation. You just copy that. First of all, let me just hold on for a second. Let me just copy this part. I like to just go straight to what the short description is. It helps AI to know exactly what you can add that to it. And then you say, and then she says, and then you go back to the dialogue, and then you copy this part. she says softly, right? Control V. And then you hit generate, because I already generated this. This is about what, 25 credits. So it's gonna consume 25 credits. So this is what you should understand. So right now it's 301 credits I have as a balance. Once I hit that 25, it drops, right? So what I'm gonna do is, because it's already generated for me, I'm not gonna do that again. This is how it's gonna pop out. This is how it's gonna look. Sometimes it takes about 2 minutes to generate. So we give it about 2 minutes and then your video is ready. But then you have to notice something. It doesn't, it's almost like it's speaking Latin. The woman's, you can see her lips are moving. So if you want to make it more meaningful, you want to, whatever language, if it's English, Spanish, French, whatever language that you want to use, you go straight to lip sync, because she's not going to be saying anything that makes sense. So you're going to go to lip sync. So you go to lip sync and it opens this other screen for you. And in that screen, it is so intelligible. I love this AI. Is that that's 5 seconds video. If you want it to be 10 seconds, you can also do that. But for me, I just use a 5 second video, because I'm gonna be adding all of those videos together anyway into like a short form video content. So it gives you an idea of who is speaking. So then he's able to pick up whose lips should be moving. But already from the script, the prompt, I had her mouth moving. So it would make more sense to have her. You just kind of click on her and then you type in what she's going to be saying, right? We already have it here. So I'm going to put it here. And then you choose whose voice. You can either use text to speech, or you upload maybe a dubbing, maybe have 11 Labs voiceover, and then you upload it here. But make sure it tallies with this video, the length of the video. Otherwise, sometimes it does not sync. I've tried it. You always have to be sure that whatever you're saying, it should be within that limit. Otherwise, it's going to cut something off. So go back to text to speech, and then we're looking for female, right? And then right here, I chose, you can choose anybody. You can choose Christina. There's so many of them. And then you try speaking, and then if it's Ashley, if it's Christina, whatever voice that makes sense to you, you choose it. And then after that, you click add speech. And then once it generates, it comes up, you have the right language syncing with the lips, right? And that's how you basically do it. I already have this generated, so I'm not going to use up my credits, okay? So just to make this video short, so I did a couple of that with all of the scenes, and that's how you're going to see it in all the shots. You're going to do the same thing for shot 3, shot 4. This is her talking and him replying. I did all of this to create that video you're seeing, right? You saw in the intro. So that is how easy it is. So once you have all of this, you download. It's pretty easy to download. You go here and you, without watermark, that's if you have a subscription plan. If you don't, then it's gonna come with a watermark. If you have a way around it, some people do somehow walk around that, but I wouldn't want to have any issues with copyrights, right? So it's just better to just subscribe than having later on your video is doing well and then they tell you, oh, and they slap you with some penalty fee for copyright. So anything copyrights, try to stay away from it. If you can subscribe, if you can, leave the watermarks on. Okay, guys? That's my recommendation. And then once you download it, you do for all of it, and then you go to a video editing a tool. So for me, I use the clip chat, right, for this scenario. So I went to this, and then I just kind of put them all together. I'm gonna just pull it back. I put them all together, and that's how I was able to create a video. I'm just gonna scroll down a little bit. You put them on together and you can see it, right? I try to put transition. I'm just gonna play it. So this is how I put in, let me start from this angle. I'm going to start from here. Pardon me. I'm just going to start from here. And then, so you're going to put them all together in layers, depending on what shot. So you're going to upload it, you import it, pretty much. So if you don't know how to use Clipchamp, you can put it in the comment section and let me know if you want me to just give you a tutorial how to use Clipchamp or a CapCut, and I'll be happy to do so. So if you've been watching up to this point and you haven't subscribed, please do support my channel. Subscribe, like, put a comment, and share. Help someone out who's trying to earn some passive income with AI. If you're not using AI, I feel like this is the AI revolution. People are making money from AI. So you can have a faceless YouTube channel like I have, or you can have one where you're there, you don't mind people seeing your face, but then you're actually teaching them how to use AI. So there's so many things you can do with AI. You can use it for your brand, advertising, market, whatever field you are. You can always take advantage of these tools to market on different social media platforms. So yeah, so this is how it pretty much did it, put them together and use different transition effects, fade in, fade out. You just use any of this effects and put in music towards the end. I put the music at the end just to kind of give it more of a kind of a, like a drama towards the end. And there you have it. And pretty much if you're interested, you just let me know about a tutorial and I'll be, like I mentioned, I'll be happy to put you through. But that's how I made this wonderful short form story, which actually I'm going to show you what happened to my YouTube channel. I actually put that out as a short and I did get a couple of views a couple of weeks ago. Yep, and I did the shorts. Here you have the shorts, and right here had 118 views. So this is one of my channels. I have like different channels, and this one is really growing fast. So it's possible, guys. It's not saturated. Don't believe the lie that the YouTube is saturated. No, people are looking for content, and if you can use AI that can help you pretty much do the heavy lifting, makes your work more productive, more efficient, and very much attention grabber, why not do it in 30 seconds? And I got 118 views. So try it out, and let me know in the next video. I will talk about something that's going to blow your mind with AI tools. So I'm going to keep researching and bringing you new updates on how you can use AI to generate income and leave your 9-to-5 job. Until next time.
Don't forget to subscribe and like. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.